So hit broadcast. I started my timer. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ninja Panda Bear, and welcome to Ninja Talks. And today we're gonna be discussing anime and video game live action adaptations. When they make them into movies, and we're gonna be discussing what works, what doesn't work. Why am I hearing echo? And I am with Jevelink, and Jevelink, what are your thoughts on video games and anime getting adapted into live action movies?
Honestly, I think it's a bold move, but I mean, it's risky. Extremely risky if you think about it. I mean, you just gotta give it a good thought. Like, what are they really doing it for? Like, is it like to please the fans, or are you guys just doing it just to like earn money? Like, or just like, just to widen the audience to it?
Actually,
Like,
that's
if you're
actually
trying to like broaden the audience, you wanna maybe you wanna get like little kids into it, or people who don't know about it. Maybe it's something like that. But that's kind of what my first thought on it was.
that's actually a really good point, because I've usually whenever they adapt something into like special see, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about like what I really know, which is more about like the anime aspect of like making movies, I guess, kind of. Whenever they adapt like the Attack on Titan movie, you know, I don't think they made the movie specifically because they wanted to make like an Attack on Titan and let's please the fans. I think they made the movie because Attack on Titan blew up, and they're like, hey, we can make a quick buck if we make this movie. That's why a lot of people are really complaining about the Attack on Titan movie, because they took the source material and they did whatever they wanted with it. They didn't keep it close to the original, is what I've been hearing. I haven't personally seen it, but that's what I've been hearing. That they grabbed the source material and they were like, hey, look, we have these cool characters and plot, boop, out the window, you know. And I think that's kind of where it kind of hurts. It's hurting, I guess. Anime and movies, in a way. I don't know. What are your thoughts on
hmm
that, man?
Well, I get the whole like the because it blew up. That's obviously a big thing. Um, but I mean, okay, there are like some of them, like sometimes they blow up. Say like say like I'm like Joe Blow makes a cartoon, calls it like I don't know, The Adventures of Trashbag and Goonie, and like it has a really popular fan base, but it's all like old people, like old,
The older generation, right?
like old, yeah, but like say the person goes to like get everybody to be into it. So maybe like they sign like a contract, and they're going all wild. They're like, oh yeah, how about we do this? We start first. We do like a step plan. How about we first make a movie? Advertise it and get hella people into it, and then maybe that'll pull people into our show. Try and get
Hmm.
people to watch it. And get more viewings, get more money. So that's kind of what I think. But then there are like the ones that like nobody really knows about. See, and that's kind of like okay, so maybe bring up a movie that or a video game movie or an anime movie or anything, like something that was made but the general public, not the entire general public, knew about, like not found out
See,
about,
like
but wasn't so popular.
mm. So you're talking about like an anime or a video game, that movie adaptation that made more people want to get into the game and the lore. Um,
hmm
that's actually a good point. I can't really think of one that kind of made that we could say that a video game got a little bit more popular because they made a movie out of it. Or can you
Okay.
like think of one? Does one come to mind? Not to me,
I
but like
One
you
came to
probably.
mind right now. So I don't know if any of you guys familiar with. Okay, this is pretty simple question, but a lot of you guys might be familiar with the game Hitman, Agent 47, not
Oh, yep, good point.
lore. So I don't know if everybody knows out there that there's a movie based on that game. It's called Agent 47. And I've never watched it personally, but I didn't even know that it was out until like I went to like the local store and like saw it in like in the disc box. Like I saw it for like rent and I'm like, "Oh, this is cool." I didn't rent it cuz I didn't have money at the time. I just wanted to look at movies. But I mean, like sometimes, like I guess advertising doesn't go so well. But I mean, like it's just like its own thing. Like it's kind of what you gotta figure it out.
Mhm. I get you.
Like
Like
how.
I kind of want to go back a little
Yeah,
bit
you go.
to the first point where you said that it's a risky move to make video games into movies and make anime and manga into movies, because like the best example of a failed anime slash manga movie is Dragon Ball Evolution. Have you seen Dragon Ball
That's a
Evolution,
good
Javelin?
one.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
You have not?
No.
Okay. So, but you know Goku a little bit of like you know Dragon Ball Z basically. Do you know Dragon?
Yeah, I mean, if you have to know, like, you
You
have to
have
like
to
at
know
least recognize the name Goku.
the name
Like even
Goku.
if you
Yeah.
don't watch anime or anything,
So
like
like
it's kind of an essential.
so they took Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball in general, and they said, which is funny because like the movie Dragon Ball was not really that big when the movie came out, so I don't even know why would they randomly decide to make an anime movie out of it. You know what I mean? 'Cause it kind of came out at kind of random, to be honest. And like, so
Continue.
the movie was to me, in my opinion, it did not. So okay, let me go. Let me backtrack a little bit. So it's a risky move to make anime and manga movies because of the fan base. If you Dragon Ball has such a big fan base that if you were to tweak something from the show and not make it, true to the original, or keep it like to the source material, people are gonna nitpick it and rage at it. That's why whenever when they took Dragon Ball Evolution and they're like, all right, we have Goku, who's he's already a made character, but then they suddenly decided let's put him in high school. It doesn't make sense to us, and it doesn't
Yes.
make sense to like people who already know what's going on. But I don't even think it made sense to people um who were first time watchers of Dragon Ball. Because it
Yeah.
was like the movie was not it wasn't it was mess it was a mess it didn't make sense
So
it was it was trash. I'm gonna say it out. It was trash. I hated the movie. It did not do Dragon Ball. Oh, someone dead. It did not do Dragon Ball justice. I want like a true Dragon Ball Z adaptation that would make is gonna make the anime, justice. Is gonna do it justice.
yeah, understood. Yes, yes.
Like
See,
there was like
we're
I was talking with my buddy and during work, and we are discussing One Piece. We were like, how come they don't make One Piece in live action or anything like that? But then we were talking about it like One Piece has such a big fan base that the same thing would happen if they were to switch something up a little bit. People would start like hating on it, start bashing on it, and the big fan base that it has would just hate the movie because they changed some. It could be something small that they changed, but they're still just gonna not. They're gonna hate it.
see, and you gotta take into consideration that once a movie enters production, it does not come out the same that it was planned to be. Like, okay, what's a good movie? Okay, not a good movie. What's a movie that?
For sure, dude. Like,
So, Fantastic Four, okay? Fantastic Four, not the original ones, or not like 2000, early 2000 ones. The one that came out like 2 years ago. The one with Michael B. Jordan, the guy with the big nose,
where they had like the black
and
Human Torch.
yeah, okay. Okay, so supposedly the guy who wrote the movie and the director, like the original plan, it was supposed to be like 10 times more epic. But when it came out, everybody said I didn't watch it because I kind of just didn't bother.
Same here.
Everybody
It
said
didn't
that it
catch
was
my eye
a
either.
heaping pile of shit, dude. And it didn't really look so interesting at the end. How they promoted it and like how well, it just didn't really look that good.
Mhm.
But just to like hear that like studios change, like plans, they tweak shit up a lot. I mean, that's just something to take into consideration. They'll try to control your not your dream, but like like your goal, your thing. What you have
I
planned.
get
They'll try
what
to
you're
mess
saying.
with it.
I understand what you're saying, that like maybe the guys who made the movies had a really good intention of getting more people into this, but then the studio was like, or not even the producers and the heads, were like, you gotta add this because this is what our studies show that it's hip. this but that's not how like video game and anime movies work. That's not how they work, man. You have to like you have to keep it true to the source material, or else the fan base isn't gonna like it. And even the new people who are not like part of the fan base, they're not gonna like it because they were never into it in the beginning. So why would they be into it now?
See, yeah. And then like, and then the thing is, another thing to take. What was that about? Another thing to take in is like you gotta realize like how obscure and like twisted some of the plots are for like some, some things like Dragon Ball. That was a good example that you brought up. Like think about it, like it's pretty obscure and like pretty weird, but it's pretty cool. It works. Like the anime works.
The anime
Like it all
works.
just clicks. But like if somebody tried to tweak that up, like how they did for the movie. I
Hmm.
didn't watch it, but did they tweak it up a lot?
Dude, if you see, if you watch Dragon Ball Evolution, you have to watch it as its own entity. You can't watch it as like as an attachment to the Dragon Ball anime and the Dragon Ball manga. You have to watch it as basically its own thing. It has nothing to do with Dragon Ball other than the name. That's basically how you have to watch it, or else you'll be disappointed.
Okay. See, and you gotta think about this, like how obscure it is. And then if someone tweaks it up so much, like it's already like weird enough, but it's like it's weird that it works. But if
Mhm.
someone like messes with it, and changes the script but like still try to stick to it, it's just gonna like make it into bad writing,
Mhm.
and it's just not gonna work out. I would know. I'm a film. I'm just kidding. I don't do shit. I'm,
There's a
I
so I
I
like
deserve to not be subscribed for that.
I like and like there's I think a big factor that plays into like why some of the movies fail, like Dragon Ball, like you were saying, it's mostly the source material. Like I guess, oh damn it, wrong gun. I guess these guys choose some material that is maybe not well suited to be made into a movie, or maybe it is, but you just have to
Mhm.
do like keep it true. Like there's a good example of a good anime adaptation that became a movie is Rurouni Kenshin, the first one, or Samurai X, however you want to call it, and then Rurouni Kenshin Kyoto Inferno. Those two movies are anime and manga movies, um, and they work mostly because the anime and manga are so grounded to earth, to reality, so that it works. You don't have to, it doesn't have crazy spiritual powers. It doesn't have crazy, oh shoot, I'm caught in a gravity grenade. It doesn't have crazy spiritual powers. It doesn't have crazy like fireballs like Dragon Ball Z shooting Kamehameha waves. It doesn't have anything crazy like that. It's just a guy who is really fast at using his sword, and that's as magical as as the whole thing gets. Um, so that's one example of anime slash manga that worked in making it into a movie. Um, like and then like making animated anime movies, those work as well. But we're talking about like live action, because I think live action is a lot harder than animated, because animated you obviously have the liberties to do crazy things. But when it comes to live action, that's where it becomes like that's where it becomes a lot harder to make. Um, Another movie that I think was great, and it wasn't like maybe people are like didn't really like it, but I think it was great because in the enjoyment level was the Street Fighters movie. Did you
Mhm.
see? Have you seen the Street Fighters movie?
Are
The
they
live
the old
action,
ones?
the really old one, the one with John Claude Van Damme.
I've heard about them, but I never watched them.
Oh, dude, that one's so it's so like I don't know how to explain it, dude, but it's
I
like
heard that they're classics, but they're not that good.
it's not good. It's not that good. The story is kind of like whatever. It's kind of like you can brush it off. It's not something you're gonna remember forever, but it's fun to watch. It's a fun movie. You know what I mean? It's super
It's
fun.
like
Cause like
so bad it's good.
yeah, kind of. Dude, there's a
Mhm.
all right. All right. Are you
Mhm.
planning on seeing it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm probably gonna forget about it before I die, honestly.
All right, there you go. So you're not planning on seeing it. All right. So spoilers in the whoever's in the chat right now. Um, and for the whoever's watching on YouTube, spoilers. Um, So at the end, there's this scene where all the characters, all the Street Fighter original Street Fighter characters, are like in a straight line, and they're all just like talking, having fun, just having a regular conversation. And in the background, like the enemy base explodes, and then they all like look back and they strike a pose, and then you see the credits go like right off of their heads, and this is Street Fighters. Dude,
Hmm.
that made me laugh, dude. That's because I mean that's fun. They're not
Yeah.
taking themselves too serious. They know they're making a video game movie, so they're not gonna take themselves super serious. Because and then
They
see
wouldn't
that,
do
and
something like
that's
that.
what I
Like,
like. That works.
yeah, it just clicks.
And that like
Yeah, I get you.
what is it? Mortal Kombat. Another. You know what? You know what works? I'm not gonna lie. You know what works? Fighting movies and just fighting video games. Fighting video games made into movies work, because they don't have like super, like in Mortal Kombat they don't have super crazy powers except like Scorpio and like Sub Zero, and like actually they do have kind of powers, but not really. I mean it's kind of like toned down. But yeah,
Could
Street
you
Fighters
picture
work.
if they made a movie on Mortal Kombat right now, like
Oh, how
how
it
much they
is?
try to modernize it?
Oh, for real.
I don't know.
I think they try to add too much
That'd be
like
crazy.
these social study groups. Like the problem is that they go to these social study, like I don't know if they're social study groups, but it's like those like groups where they send like, oh, what are the kids into right now, and they try to add all that stuff, and it's like, no, nobody's into that. What are you talking about? Nobody, the people who actually want to watch this are not into that. And then that's how the
Yeah.
movie ends up failing. And like in a way I feel like Dragon Ball Evolution kind of hurt um the anime and like video I want to I don't I'm not going to say video game yet, but anime live action making of movies. Like cuz
They kind of
when an
they killed it a little
executive,
bit.
yeah, like when an executive looks at like the numbers, they're not looking at the what they created. They're not looking at like, oh, this is a bad movie. They're not watching the movie. They're just looking at the sheer numbers. They're looking at the numbers and they're like, whoa, this is a anime slash manga um live action movie, and the numbers are so poor. Maybe we should just not make any more of all of them. They just automatically, I think that they just automatically say, this doesn't work.
Yeah. They like instead of like learning, like they're like, oh well, fuck it. They're just probably just being a whole bunch of pricks, you
Like
know?
all, yeah, like
They're just
all
like,
like if we just let's just give up on making anime and manga movies. I have a comment right here, Giovanni. It says it's like I think a Mortal Kombat movie would be great. And there is a Mortal Kombat movie. It's super old though. But a modern one,
yeah,
a
if
modern one,
they did it
what
right,
what
obviously,
would
yeah, it would
probably
be pretty
what
cool
would
if they did
probably
it right.
yeah, it would be cool if they did it right. But what I think would happen is they would try to put too many like pop culture references, and it would end up being a whole pile of crap. Because
Yeah,
I think that like
totally.
the executives think that that's what people want, but that's not what we want. We want you to keep it to the like as true to the source material as you can.
And then like, there's always, no matter what, dude, there's always going to be that one nitpicky person that
Oh,
watches your
for
movie and
sure,
they're like,
for sure. But like if
you get the detail wrong and that and you see,
but off,
I'm a
for
bitch.
sure,
Like it's like, I
for
mean,
sure.
honestly, okay, okay, that's the reason why I did not watch Assassin's Creed the movie. I'm not even gonna lie, that's the reason why I didn't watch it, cause I fucking love that series. I did not want to like, if I stepped into that theater watching that movie, I would not have gone to enjoy it. I would have just been nitpicking the
Just to
crap out of
nitpick
it.
it. See that, but and that
Yeah,
goes
and
back, and that
I'm not gonna spend $11 just to not have fun. You know,
and that goes
I
back
want
to
to
what
have
I
fun.
said earlier, that like if you're gonna make, it's risky to make a video game or anime movie, because if you change something a little bit, if you make something different, people are just gonna tear it apart. People are just gonna like hate on it.
Oh
Like the Assassin's Creed, people said that they took the boringest parts of Assassin's Creed and they just made that into a movie, and people did not. It seems that people did not like it, and that hurts us who want to see good at like movie adaptations of our like video games and like animes,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
people are they're gonna look at the numbers and they're gonna be like, this stuff doesn't work. Let's not use it anymore. But it's not that it doesn't work. It's just that they don't know how to make it work. They don't know how to make it.
Yeah, like they hire people like what they're trying to do. Say like step one, like in the producer's eyes, that like or a studio that like wants to say like they want to make a movie like what's a game coming that came out like I don't know like oh shit Five
Like
Nights
the
oh
the
yeah Five Nights
Witcher.
at Freddy's. Okay, let's just go with that.
Oh,
Oh,
dude, that's gonna be a horrible
that's not
movie.
Game of Thrones.
That's what I mean.
Too
See,
much.
if you would make The Witcher a movie, that would work because it's grounded in reality, kind of, sorta.
Yeah,
I know you said it
yeah,
has
yeah.
like all this like a big spiritual aspect, but there's already a whole bunch of like what is it? What's that movie with Vin Diesel, The Last Witch Hunter, or something like that?
Oh, we look so stupid, dude. I'm sorry, but Vin. Okay, look, Vin's cool, dude, but like, it's like he's trying to be in bad movies on purpose, dude. Like Triple X, that movie looks so bad, dude. Like, oh, I'm sorry, Vin, but like,
He's
yeah,
failing right
I
now.
get you. He's the only thing he has going for him are the Fast and Furious movies, dude.
Fast
Like,
and Furious for
honestly,
reals. I haven't seen him in anything good, like that. I would say I kind of want to watch. The only things that I say that I really want to watch is like the Fast and Furious movies from Vin Diesel. Just that's probably
yeah,
it. Like the Rock,
Vin,
like at least the
yeah,
Rock is like upgrading himself. Like
yeah.
I want to
At least he's
watch more
had like
movies with the Rock.
he's had some pretty good movies like the Game Plan. He's been the Fast and Furious a few times. He has some pretty good movies out there, and he has some bad ones. But you know what? I think he balances himself more out than Vin Diesel does.
Probably,
But
probably.
yeah, but
But
see, if like say what they would do if they're like gonna make it like a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I think they are, but just saying like if they did
no
it, if they
way,
wanted to.
dude. Wait. Let's just talk about that for a minute.
No, no, no.
How
Wait,
would
wait, no,
that
no, no.
work?
Let me
Okay,
finish.
all
Let me
right,
finish.
all
Let me
right. Go
finish
ahead,
first. Let me
go
finish
ahead, go
first.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. See, what they would do is they'd slap on a famous actor, anybody they could hire, anyone they could hire. Say like Matt Damon. You see, I was talking about Matt Damon the other day.
Oh
Say they
yeah.
slap Matt Damon on that shit, and then since it's animatronics, they probably slap Michael Bay on it. Have like a whole bunch of
Oh
like
mate,
fucking
little
make it a
Transformers.
toolbox orgy and shit. And
Little
then like,
Transformers.
see, then they would just like, I don't know, dude. They try to turn it into their own thing. Then like the lore, like it would just like, they'd fuck it up. But like
Probably.
I don't care about Five Nights because I mean the game's like not really like something that kind of like command. I think it's like a heapy pile of shit because like if you think about it, like each game is basically the last one, just with like new skin. Just like we're talking about movies.
Well, we're talking about
um,
movies and video
okay,
games, like making them into movies. So that fits. That's perfectly fine. Um, and sir,
you're saying
sir
with the movie,
Ricard, if
why would it
you
work
can
out or something
join,
like that?
you can join in this conversation whenever you want, man. We're just throwing out ideas why stuff doesn't work, and what stuff does work. So yeah, join us whenever you want, man.
Yes, and maybe
Oh
point out stuff that we miss because
yeah,
we're
point out
pretty
stuff. Yeah.
stupid. I mean, we miss a lot of shit. So I mean, feel free to talk. Um, but what you were saying, you're like, okay, let's point out that. Then like, I'm like, shut up, and like we start talking about the movie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If they, if
How would that?
see, what I think is they're probably gonna do like a suspense thriller.
Oh, Ricardo got some info. He's got some info for us. He's dropping some info. He says that the expected director for FNAF is supposed to be a huge fan of the game. So that that could actually make the game not a bad the movie not a the game adaptation into the movie.
That's cool.
Not it
It's
can
good
make
that
it
they're
it
actually
can make
like
it good.
they think somebody that actually like knows
Knows the source
the game's
material.
about,
Yeah, that's actually not that bad.
and like
But the problem is that
that's awesome.
like what if like he has some good ideas to make the movie amazing, but then the studio or like his executives are like,
Like,
nah man, that doesn't
they're
work.
like,
That's
no,
not what our research shows. Like,
yeah, they're all like, okay, like you can't do that. Like, how's that gonna make money?
yeah,
You know,
see
they're
stuff
gonna
like
like,
that. Like, that's why you always have to have like be excited, but I guess also have a little bit of doubt into like, man, like what if they don't let the director have full liberty of the of like what he wants and like let him create what he really wants to create, which kind of sucks. Oh,
Yeah,
and going back to like what I
totally
was gonna
sucks,
say
dude.
about Five Nights at Freddy, like how would that even work? Like how would you make a Five Nights at Freddy movie? It's like it's the POV of the guy sitting in a room and you're controlling it. I guess the main reason I think Five Nights at Freddy works is because you are in control of what the character does. You are in control of what doors he leaves open, what doors he closes. So how would that work? Would it still have the same effect on you now that you are not in control? Now that you are basically watching somebody else play the game, watching like a live action gameplay of the game. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, see,
How would that work?
there's a thing and there's like a split line between like people like making like an arcade game into a movie and then making like a fucking a game into a movie.
Mhm.
That I mean, I could see how they could go with that. They could do like the whole subplot of that, you know, maybe like a guy does the same shit, he gets hired there, and then like who knows, maybe here something goes bump and they, you know, then he probably starts exploring, you know. Um, they probably do something like that. Then probably throw in like a little Easter egg, have him do in the control room. But that's you know, if like if you ask me, that's what I would envision them like doing, you know, not that they're going to do that, but that's kind of what I would imagine them doing. But you see, but you know, with like stuff like that, it's kind of a little bit easier for the writers to have a little bit more freedom, you know, um, than like say like The Last of Us. You know, they're making a movie about The Last of Us that already has like a really well developed story,
Mhm.
and like you know, if they like fuck up on that, if they get something wrong, then that's when people are gonna like write, you know,
Mhm.
because like it's like FNAF, it doesn't have a plot. You know, well, it has a plot, obviously, but, like the first one.
Oh, you'd be
It doesn't
wrong.
really have a big plot.
You're
Okay,
wrong, cause
okay,
like,
okay,
wait,
okay,
wait,
okay,
let
okay.
me read this comment though, cause let me read this comment, cause it's a little bit, it's going into what you're trying to say. All right, so Sir Ricard says right here, there is a lot of background lore to the games. So, like, what are you like, going like, argue? I guess argue to that, like, there is a like,
Okay, yeah,
expand on it,
there
Ricard.
is, there is. Okay, see, but the first one, say they're doing that off the first one. You know, like go from the first one. There, like when like they don't do any of the rest of them.
Mhm.
Like compare that the story from that to like The Last of Us. There's a big difference right there. You know, like as the game progressed, you know, as they made sequels,
They
then
started
that's when they
adding
started
probably more
putting
story. Yeah.
more like yeah, you know, like the whole mystery. I know I've trust me, I've done my fair share into like looking into like some of the story. Like I know like the Purple Man, the bite of well, I don't know what it was. Something like that, 1990 something. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, or what? Correct me,
Oh, the
please.
bite.
The bite of 1990 something. I don't know what year it was. But yeah, William Afton. I know some of the like some you know I watch game theories, so I know some of the shit you know. But yeah, but like but like I'm saying like people are gonna rage like either way. Or, I'll shut up. But but you know like it's gonna be like there's gonna be okay like Battleship. I'm gonna switch games. I know it's not really a video game, but it's a game. It was a board
It's a
game.
board game. A
Remember
game.
they made a movie after that. They made a movie after that, and it was a fucking board game where it's like
For
literally
real.
guess where your target is, you know?
There's
And they
no
made a
there's
movie
no
after
real
that.
plot to like
Like
Battleship.
you know, they didn't like if you think about it, they didn't even have to call it Battleship. They could have called it something else, and then like it wouldn't have mattered. You
For
know?
real.
I think they only have like one Easter egg that has like the Battleship thing, you know? But that's it. But see, like I don't know, dude. You just gotta like get the right people working on it. Get like a good
And let me say this: we're not saying that
studio, you know?
when the FNAF movie comes out, it's gonna be bad. We're not saying that. We're saying that we find it difficult to make a movie like that because of like the limitations that they might put on the director, and like just the source material. There is a lot of source material now, Well, like he says right now, there's even a book on it. So if like, have you read the book, Sir Ricard?
Man,
Okay,
that's crazy.
I'll give you a second
Oh,
if you
oh,
could.
the Silverez?
I think that's,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I kind of want to get it. I kind of want to get it.
Oh, the book for the snapped. Ooh, I landed on this guy. And let me just say this real quick. The game that you're seeing on the background is Titanfall 2. So check it out. It's a fun game. As you can see, I'm horrible at it, but that's because I'm trying to focus a lot on the commentary, other than the game. So I'm giving him a few seconds to see if answer me if he's read the book or not. Um, I'm assuming yes if you mentioned it.
I've heard about it, and I've actually been wanting to give it like a read, you know. And I don't really read books.
Oh, he
I'm
said he
just
hasn't
read.
read it, but he says that he knows it explains the bite of 80. It's 87, Giovanni. Just to clarify,
87. Okay,
bite of
then
87, and the purple
by
guy.
87. That's what it was.
So maybe if they made a movie centered around that, maybe it could be a really good movie. We don't know. We just have to wait. We literally have to just wait and see till it comes out. Like hopefully it's not like another I want to say like Assassin's Creed or Attack on Titan, where it's like they just take the source
See,
material and do whatever they want with it and actually not keep it true to the original. But like you said, there's hope. There's the director that they're hoping to get is a fan of NAFT, which is good, which is what you kind of need. Is somebody that actually is into this type of stuff.
who knows? Maybe they'll actually break the curse of like bad video game movies for once.
For reals,
You know?
cause like we haven't got it had an
Because think about it. Have there been any ones that are like good? Okay,
oh
let me
yeah, you
rephrase
could
that. Have there
say
been any that have really like had like a really good story, well developed characters, you know, like that could like bring in someone, you know, that satisfied both the lore audience and like the new audience. You feel me? Like, has there been a movie that has really done both?
no, I don't think that. Oh, he says he only plays the games games for now. For closure, lol.
No. Yeah,
This is
it's crazy.
oh shoot. This has been a pretty. I mean, this is like I like this talk that we're having because, like, we all like this stuff, you know, and we want this. It's not that we want it to fail, but we always have that little thought in our you know, in our heads that's like, man, like don't mess this up, man. I really like this stuff, like don't mess it up, and then we always
Yeah.
end up getting our hearts broken because they end up doing whatever they want, and they end up making it
See,
like making it crap. I'm just gonna say it. They end up making it
like
crap sometimes.
you're gonna see it. You're gonna like say like you're trying to get like your sister into it or something. You know, someone who doesn't play video games. You know, like say if they make a Halo movie, dude. Say if like an
Oh,
actual like
God
live action.
forbid, dude. Don't know, dude.
Say if they make a Halo movie, you know, and like you have like a relative or something doesn't fucking play video games for shit, doesn't know Halo for shit, you know, and they see the Halo movie. Oh, that's pretty cool. But they totally butcher the movie. They fuck it up. And then like you're over here, like your relatives trying to talk to you, like, oh yeah, you remember over here? Like, don't you think it's pretty cool that Cortana skin like is green and just like the small shit, you know? And you're like, how the fuck did they fuck that up? Like, you know, just like like when they like get stuff wrong or when they fuck
I
shit
don't.
up, and like it misleads them. Like it's like that's not how it's supposed to be. Like
That's
then you
not
have to
that.
go and correct them, tell them,
It's actually
you know,
blue.
like that.
It's
That's
not her
what I
skin.
don't.
I know what you mean. Oh, okay. Hey. Oh, they have made a Halo movie actually. Oh, it's not. It's been like a short movie. Not really. You talking about Nightfall?
Really? Is it a movie?
It's live
Like a
action.
movie?
It's
It's a live
yeah,
action movie.
it's a live action like
Really?
episode series maybe. I think it was a live action. You could probably. I think it was a live action movie.
Ew.
Lightfall, and it's
I think
and it was alright. It wasn't that bad. It didn't have. Oh, Forward Unto Dawn was quote unquote a movie maybe. The Fall
Was
of
that
Reach.
was that the CGI one?
Oh
Or was
no,
that
no.
the
Forward Unto Dawn was like live action. Oh, James, we're talking about like we know like when they make video like game movies, game. I thought I
Mhm.
said gay. It sounded like I said gay movies. When we make when they make game movies, we're talking about like live action specifically because we feel like that's. Oh, okay. So yeah. Oh, okay. He was talking about Nightfall. Yeah, that was a live action.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
and that one wasn't that
Might have to
bad.
give it a check.
Yeah, it's on. I think it's
TBH, I
on
don't really
Netflix.
like Halo that much, but fuck it.
But hey, you should come over and watch it. Then we could watch it together. It's not that bad. I kind of enjoyed it. Movie night. I was telling this to all that too. I was like, hey, we should maybe come together and watch
You guys should
uh,
come over to my house and watch a movie or something cool. I don't know, man.
the Attack on Titan
Like,
movie because that
um,
trying to get so we can like check it out and make sure give it a harsh review on that because that we've heard that it's pretty bad. Um, see, Nightfall worked for Halo, which is cool. I like it.
did it?
I digged a little bit of it.
Like, okay, take that and do some highlights. Okay, what made you like it? And like, don't go
Um,
be like, oh, it's cool. Just be like, kind of like, be more
the
like
story wasn't
immersive
like
about it.
I'm gonna be honest. The story. See, the reason I liked it because I like Halo, and I liked like the whole Spartan aspect and all this stuff, and it was like Nightfall was supposed to be a little bit of backstory before you get into Halo 5, I think. So, Nightfall, I like the like I guess it's not
You like
even
the
like I said the story's not that not that interesting. It's just they're going to I think a piece of a Halo ring that's going towards that's gonna get burned up because some space pirates or something like that or something got jammed or I don't remember exactly what happened. But they were going onto a piece of a floating Halo ring to recover something I think, and then they end up getting attacked by a what is it called? By a hunter. You know what a hunter is?
Covenant. Oh no. Oh wait, yeah. I
By
think
a
I know.
worm.
It's one of the bad guys, no?
Yeah, he's one of by basically a worm, and he gets attacked by that. They get attacked, and it introduces you to. Oh, dude, I got assassinated in this game. I got my head snapped. Oh, okay, back to what I was
Oh.
saying. Um, they get his name is Locke. So Locke gets they and his crew get attacked by
Wait. Is this Spartan Luck or is this
Spartan
a
Locke. Yeah,
different guy?
It's the same guy.
Oh shit,
It's
that's
even it's
cool.
even the voice actor, the guy who
That's
voices
pretty
Locke,
cool.
which is cool. Which is cool that they added him. And it's before he becomes a Spartan. You know what I mean?
That's
Which I think was pretty cool. That they would like trying to tie it into the video game. See, that's kind of like a movie, and they're trying to tie it into the video game, and I think that works. Going
yeah.
back to the FNAF movie, if they were to make the movie tie a lot into the video game, it could be a really good movie for the FNAF fans. I'm not a FNAF fan. I'm not gonna say I haven't played any of the games to be honest. So
Honestly,
my opinion might seem super ignorant, and but
TBH,
that's just because I haven't
yeah,
seen
same here. Same here. My opinion is probably fucking 10
it.
times more ignorant.
Super ignorant,
But
right? Oh, what the hell? This one
but
just
if
teleported
they
from.
like if the fucking movie looks like scary-ish, like it looks like an actual thriller. Well, I don't know what they're trying to go for. If they're gonna try to go for like a thriller, but if they like go for one and like it looks fucking cool as shit,
I'll
I'm gonna
check it out.
fucking watch it.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
'Cause,
A
like fuck
couple
it,
like
you
let
know?
me.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, he's like, hey,
You go, nigga.
No, I'm going. James is like, I used to be a FNAF fanboy, or is it F boy? I don't know, I can't read it. And then you see Nightbot on the bottom. He's
Boy.
like, and then you see Nightbot on the bottom. He's like, make sure to slap that like button with your forehead. I don't know where.
With your
Oh,
forehead, what the fuck?
Oh, Nightbot. I love you so.
Nightbot, you little shit. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I put Nightbot to like watch some of the cursing.
Oh. Yeah. He does
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's the darndest.
He was F boy, yeah. Oh, come on. Hey, man. If you enjoy
Come
it,
on,
man,
Nightbot.
to each their own.
Yeah, dude, teach his own. I mean,
To each his own, man.
just because
Oh,
I
there.
don't doesn't mean it's a bad
Nightbot.
series.
Now about
Just 'cause he
talking about my
doesn't
YouTube
mean-
channel now.
Hey, Nightbot, shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Bust up, fool. I'm just kidding. But yeah, dude. It's pretty
And
cool, dude. Like, Okay, honestly, I think the fourth one's pretty cool. I don't really play them, but I tried the fourth one. That was pretty cool.
What
But
of
you know,
Five Nights at Freddy's?
yeah, the fourth one's pretty. It's pretty cool. I like the whole layout. It's like you're in the one of the guys'
Hmm.
houses, and like you open doors, but like there's I don't know.
Oh, it's the one that's supposed to
Um,
be like taking place in his dreams.
yeah, that one. Game Theorist, yeah. That one's pretty cool.
He said he went from being obsessed with NAF to being obsessed to Ruby. The red, I think it's red, white, blue, yellow. The Rooster Teeth. Oh, this guy's gonna kill
Oh
me. No.
my god.
Oh, I got him. Dude, there's
That's
like
cool.
so basically we're kind of a little bit done talking about like the movies and stuff and like video games and anime stuff. So I kind of want to like you said something earlier that kind of brought like kind of like it piqued my interest. Should and this is a question. Should reviews depict whether we watch not depict but like influence whether we watch something or we just like say nah I'm just not I'm just gonna I'll skip it. Like, should the
Mm,
review really affect us that bad, or should we just like watch the review and take it like with the as a grain with the grain of salt and just not like just like watch it? Oh, okay, that's their opinion, and then try it ourselves, or should we just like cause like I'm not trying to sound hypocritical, and I'm not and I'm gonna be honest, I watch reviews and I'm like nah, I'm not I'll skip it. Like the Attack on Titan, I have the I can watch it, but I'm not going to, and I'm gonna skip it
is it because of the reviews?
because of the reviews. The reviews have been bad on it, and you know, like it turns me off from it. I don't want to get crushed. Like I don't want to have get crushed. And I've heard that like when if you're gonna watch the movie, watch it as its own entity. Don't watch it as like
Uh,
as an
it's gonna
attachment.
be hard for you to do that because you know you're
It
really
is
into
because I'm really yeah
anime.
it is.
It's like hard to do that, you know. It's like it's like drinking squirt out of a Coca-Cola bottle. It's like, oh, okay, yeah,
Just think it's
just drink
Coke.
this, but just think it's Coke.
That's it. That's not how it
Just
works.
yeah, that's not
Right?
how it
Yeah,
works.
that's
Like
not how it
it's
works.
still
Yeah, it's still gonna taste like Sprite or whatever you said.
like just because it has the whole thing covering it does not make it this, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But like, all right, I want you. This is a question I want to ask the chat too. Even there's only like one or two of you in here. um, should it like? Do you let it influence you? And this is because since this is going up on YouTube, does it influence you whether the review of it is good or bad? Does that influence whether you watch it? Yes or no? Um, and then give me a reason why, and in the description down below, or right now here on the chat if you are tuning in live with us. Um, and your thoughts too,
Honestly,
Giovanni. Does it influence you, Giovanni?
I'm not really one big on reviewers because you know I'm kind of a numbnuts. So like whenever I stumble onto a review, the dumbass spoils it for me, whoever it is. So like I mean I get too lazy to like look for an actual good one, you know. But like when I do, like it's usually like what's the movie that I did actually find reviews for were what's it called, Suicide Squad, and that turned me off from it. I'm like, oh, you know this movie's gonna be bomb. But then when I saw the reviews on it, I'm like, oh, it doesn't seem so hot, you know. Like people are like, they're saying it's not as bad as Batman v Superman, you know.
Mhm.
But then again, they're saying it's not really the best movie out there. Like it's not so good. It was like too overhyped. And well, I mean, hype kills a movie. Hype kills anything. That's what I fucking hate hype, dude. Like that shit can tear a building down like nothing, dude. But yeah, I mean, like that turned me off from Suicide Squad. Like I saw a bunch of reviews on it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's not really that good." Some were like, "It's fucking terrible," but then some were like, "It was alright, but maybe just rent it." But yeah, that's a perfect example right there. But
So it says God. All right,
and honestly,
I have a comment right here from. Oh, finish your thought, and then I have a comment here on the.
nah, I don't really let it affect me. Just that one time.
All right. So viewer says, yeah, it influences me. I mean, like, if such a large amount of people dislike it, then I don't know if I'd like it. You know what I mean? And let me think of a um here. I'm not gonna use a movie, but I'm gonna use a show. SAO, Sword Art Online. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Um,
Oh,
that people dislike that so much because of the story, because of the characters. They're so boring and dull, and people just aren't real didn't really feel it. But to be honest, to me, it's a mind-numbing anime. I enjoyed it because it's stupid and it's mind-numbing and it's something I can just watch. Oh, that's our timer. And it's something I can just watch and you know just watch. It's something that I can just watch. And it's like I don't have to focus a lot on it. I don't have to like no complicated story plot or storylines. It's just mind-numbing. It's just something I get to watch whenever I'm tired and I just want to chill. In my opinion, that's what Sword Online was for me. But after let me see, Suicide Squad, I didn't watch because of the reviews too. The reviews affect me. I'm not gonna lie. If I watch it and they say it's bad, I'll watch it. But then I'll be like, maybe I don't like it.
If I see a movie's bad, like if I think a movie's gonna be bad, I won't watch it. Like fucking Triple X. Okay, I'm sorry if anybody like thought it was pretty cool. I
I
thought that
kind of want to
movie
watch
looked
it
dumb
though.
as fuck.
I kind of want to watch it
But no,
because I've seen the
the
first
it
couple
looks
ones.
cheesy, dude. Like to me, it just looks like a cheesy ass action movie, dude. Like, did you see the one preview of it when Vin Diesel's jumping out of like an explosion?
And he's like
And you can
riding.
hella tell that CGI, dude. Like, you could see that shit so bad. Like that thing. I think that's what like ruined it for me the most. I'm like, that
Cause like
fucking like, dude,
they didn't put
you.
no effort into making the CGI blend.
I'm like, dude, there are YouTubers who can do better than that. Like, come on. But that really got me right there. But yeah, I mean, it just kind of looks corny,
I don't
and
know,
not
dude.
the
I
good
don't.
kind of
I
corny
kind of
too.
like that stuff.
Watch it. I heard it wasn't that bad.
I heard it wasn't that bad. I heard it. Like I said, that's a mind-numbing movie.
That's your sword art for a
That's my
movie.
Sword Art Online. Yep. Oh, dude, did you hear they're
For
making
me,
a TV show on Sword Art Online? I'm
oh
scared
man,
that's gonna.
nice.
I'm scared that's gonna be trash. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call it right here.
Yo,
That's gonna be trash.
either way. I watched Sword Art Online the first season, or the first part, cause I'm like, oh, it's gonna be cool, cause I didn't watch anime. I don't watch anime at all. But there's like, I think I saw advertised on Adult Swim one time, and I'm like, what? A Japanese cartoon where people get stuck
In a
in
video
video
game.
games and can't escape.
Sounds awesome.
Like that really cut my like. That was pretty cool. I watched the first season, up until well, spoilers. I guess it's spoilers, yeah. But till they rescue Asuna.
Oh, to
Then
where like
like
the
the
guy's
rest
super
of it,
creepy.
yeah. And like the rest of it kind of just seemed like I don't know. I didn't really care about the rest of it because like, what's the point of them going back into like another game? Like I
After
don't know.
so,
I just thought it was kind of dumb.
like the characters. I'm gonna say this right now. Characters in Sword Art Online kind of stupid because like, man, you were trapped inside a video game where like you died in real life if you died in the game. Why would you go back to
Hmm.
to the same type of game? You know what I mean? I'd be trying to stay
Yeah.
hella away from those type of games. But I don't know.
Like they went to Gundam. I think I don't know. One of my buddies
Oh
went
yeah,
to second season.
Gungal Online, GGO or something like that. And it's just basically Call
Yeah.
of Duty virtual, like full body virtual
Yeah.
Call of Duty. And like
Like I
you
don't
died
know.
in if you died in the if you got shot by death gun, you die in the game, in real life.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. That I didn't really feel Sword Art Online season 2 to be honest. I
Didn't
wasn't
really
really
click with
feeling.
me either.
Yeah, I didn't really cook. Yeah, I mean, I finished half of. I finished up to like the last arc because there was 2 arcs in that season, and I watched it till the GGO ended, and then I was like, alright, I'm done. I just didn't watch it ever. I didn't pick it up again. I just left it.
Because then they moved to another MMO, huh?
No, they went back to like Ironcrad
Real
type
life?
of yeah. Well, they went back to the fairy one. You know what I mean?
Oh, that
But
was
it's like
alright.
it was like mostly a
I mean, like it's sort
Asuna arc. It
of.
was mostly Asuna arc, and I wasn't really feeling it. You know. I
Yeah.
wasn't really feeling it, so I kind of dropped it. But yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I think this is where I'm gonna cut it off for the. It's been like about 45 minutes, so this is where we're just gonna stream like normally, I guess we're kind of done with the Ninja Talks part of the stream, and I'm not gonna stop the stream. But this is for the whoever's watching on YouTube. This is where as much as you're gonna get for now. If you want to tune in for the quote unquote after show, you're gonna have to tune in live. This is the quote unquote the after show is for people who are tuning in live, and that are actually here, So I'm Ninja Panda, and I'm here with my buddy Jevelink, who is his YouTube channel is gonna be down in the description. Hey, you want me to? I forgot to ask you this. Hey, you want me to put your YouTube channel down in the video description, dude?
Fuckyes.
Spell it. Can you put it in a box?
Um,
Put it.
I
I don't
don't
know.
think you can put
I
YouTube
wasn't
in a
following what you were
box.
spelling, so I don't know
The
what you said.
internet doesn't work that way.
Okay, what are you spelling? If I
Can you
see,
believe what I deal with? I'm just kidding.
if I see K what? Care?
Fuck. Dude. Okay,
I
sound it
care.
out. Fuckyes.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. It took me a while to get it. Oh yeah, and like I was saying, so this part is gonna be exclusive for the Twitch audience that is watching live. So if you want to tune into this part, you're gonna have to tune in live. I don't have a set schedule because my work is always bumpy. But thanks for tuning in. Drop a like down in the description below. Leave a comment. That stuff is always, always, always appreciated. And this has been Ninja Talks, and this is Ninja. Stay hidden.